Hey everyone, this is Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here in Charlotte, North Carolina with your Ski Southeast. A forecast and update for the middle of the week. We told you the snow and cold was coming. Yeah, it could have been more snow, but we'd like to see the snow in general, 1 to 2 inches in parts of North Carolina, but really up in West Virginia, up into western Maryland, we saw significant snow, 3, 4, 5 inches of snow, good burst of snow, a lot of wind as well, and really cold temperatures. So let's start with the good news. Here's the current snow cover across the United States. We've got a nice deep snowpack developing across the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and eastern Ontario. That's key because that's going to help keep the cold air cold as it comes south, and we're starting to see that snowpack for the first time in a while develop in parts of the southeast. It's still pretty skimpy, but hey, we'll take it right now. We had a fast-moving Clipper system come through on Tuesday night. That has moved off to the east. We had a little bit of northwest flow snow continuing up in West Virginia through early Wednesday, but that's going to taper off. Another little surge of moisture tries to arrive on Thursday, especially from Snowshoe north up towards Wisp, so we might get an additional couple of inches with that northwest flow. And then we get into a kind of a dry and mild pattern for Thursday, into Friday before this next storm system approaches from the south. It looks like this is going to at least start as rain, maybe a little bit of ice in some locations, but change back to snow. We look at our Futurecast snowfall forecast, and you can see the snow developing on the backside of that secondary little low on Thursday. Could add an additional 1 to 2 inches in West Virginia up into Maryland, but really all in all, it's just going to keep the air cool, which is great. And that's really, to me, been the great news. The snowmaking conditions have been good for about 2 weeks. Yeah, of course, we had a break here and there, but pretty nice to have below freezing temperatures. It looks like at least through Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, we start warming back up, and we'll probably put an end to some snowmaking. So ski resorts, make some snow now while you can. You probably got 36 hours before we start to see the milder air move back in, and you're not going to be able to make much snow. What's interesting for late this weekend into early next week, the pattern is getting a little bit interesting for the potential that we could see a low develop somewhere on the East Coast. Now, this still looks kind of iffy to me. The GFS model wants to put some snow across the southeast, but the fact that there's a low anywhere in the vicinity means we're going to get some wraparound moisture and some northwest flow, which is going to help the mountains quite a bit. So when I look at the European model, this is the snow we're going to see this week. But watch what happens as we go towards the weekend. Behind that system on Friday into Saturday, we get a little bit of snow on the backside. And then watch on Sunday, another low develops, and it looks like we get another surge. So you see that bullseye up there from Snowshoe to Wisp. That's a decent amount. That might be 8-9 inches of snow up there over the next 7-day period. The GFS a little more aggressive with the cold and the snow. It brings that little Clipper system on Thursday with a little bit of snow. But watch what happens this weekend. We get some decent snow up and down the entire chain. In fact, the North Carolina mountains get a decent amount of snow on Sunday into Monday. That looks to me in the 4 to 5 inch range, maybe even outside chance for 6. So some promising signs at least going into Sunday and Monday. So I wouldn't hold my breath on that system quite yet. I think the evolution is still up there, but the fact that there's been a consistent low showing up in the models in the southeast does tell me that we're going to see at least some backside or northwest flow snow, and the possibility if the low tracks close enough to the coast, we might get some legitimate snow on the northwest side of the low. So some promising signs going into the big ski weekend coming up, Martin Luther King weekend. So if we get snow on Sunday into Monday when everyone's at these resorts for a 3-day weekend, could be the best of both worlds. So good news, cold air, more snow on the way. There will be a little warm up at the end of the week and maybe a little rain. Don't let your guard down, though. We are going to see another shot of cold and snow early next week, just in time for the 3-day holiday. Hope you have a great Wednesday, and of course, I'll have another update going into the big ski weekend. And make sure you stay tuned for more updates at skisoutheast.com. As always, think snow.